Hi there. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Kate.
Hey.
Hello. Okay, so today we are going to answer a question that has probably been on your mind. And I know it's probably been in your mind because we hear it from a lot of people. And that question is, how soon can I make money as a copywriter? And I love this question. Part of the reason that I love this question is because every time anybody asks it to us, they always say, well, I know you can't really tell me like exactly when I can make money, but like also when can I make money as a copywriter?
And we get it, especially right now. Everyone's kind of in a place, there are a lot of folks that are like, we need to get up right now. We need to be making money yesterday. So totally get that.
Exactly. And frankly, I'd be asking the same question too. If I were considering getting into a new career, I don't want to start a new career only to find out that I'm only actually going to start earning money 2 years down the road. Happily, we can tell you that that's not the case. But we're going to dig in a little bit further. And while we can't give you an exact number of you will begin earning money in 72.6 days or whatever, we can give you some idea of how long it will be for you based on what you know about yourself and what you're willing to put into it. So, Kate, give us a short answer. When can people start earning money as a copywriter?
Good question. So as soon as you know what you're doing, really. You need some training. You need to know what copywriting is. You need to know features versus benefits. You need to know what a call to action is. Some basic fundamentals. And then you need the experience, which by experience, when we say that, we mean practice. We don't mean, you need to get a job as a copywriter. How would you do that? That's a little bit of a catch-22, but you need to practice writing copy and have some experience doing the work. You learn about it and then applying it. And that's something, all of our students know very well. You can do that without landing a job. But I want to address, and maybe you can answer this, we see a lot, there are a lot of like other things out there of like, not guarantee, but, you could start making as soon as this time, or you could start, and we try not to say any of that. And I don't know if you want to address that. I mean, everything else kind of feels like a little bit of BS if they're, you're trying to say, oh, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever it might be.
Yeah, that's actually something that's really remained consistent with our marketing since I built the course and since we began selling it about 8 years ago. I was always very conscious of not making promises, not saying things like, oh, you'll be able to make 6 figures working from home in your pajamas within your first year. Because yeah, is 6 figures possible? It absolutely is. And actually, is it even possible within your first year? I used to say, I don't know, but then we've started having students that have been making money that will get them to 6 figures within their first year. But I don't want anyone to go into it thinking that that is guaranteed, because what it comes down to is you will begin to earn money when you take the steps to go out there and get clients. One of the things that we talk to our students about is that, especially when you're first getting started, you are never going to feel 100% ready to pitch. Like, okay, now is the pitching point and now I feel like ready to go. Nobody does. Nobody feels, and frankly, if you did, I'd be a little concerned. Nobody feels like, yes, I am 100% prepared. I will be able to answer any possible question. Yes. Nobody feels completely prepared to pitch. But to Kate's point, once you've done the work of learning, and once you've done the work of practicing, you do the action sheets that we give you in the course, you post them in the group and you get feedback. Maybe you do some additional practice. One of the things that we encourage our students to do is to find copy out in the wild. You've seen a lot of hashtag copy in the wild in our group, and take it and evaluate and rewrite it. So once you get adept at, or I should say maybe just able at being able to how to write copy, then it's the time that you can start going out and pitching clients. And yes, is it ideal if you have your portfolio up and you have a whole bunch of samples in it? Yeah, that's great. But you also don't even necessarily have to. Once you get to the point, you necessarily have to have your portfolio up and have a whole bunch of spec ads even in there. Once you get to the point that you know what you are doing and you are able to write copy, you can start pitching clients. Because here's the thing. I mean, Kate, has a client ever asked you to write copy there on the phone for them?
No, never. I would never do that.
That's not how it works.
You
don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to write copy on demand. You'll talk with a client and they'll say, oh, I'm interested in doing this. And maybe you agree to it, but then you're able to come back and do the work at home by yourself. If you're a CCA member, you can post in the group and we can all give you feedback and help you. But there's not never an instant expectation for you to deliver on copy. You're always going to have time to work with it and to edit it. But, without getting too far off topic, you are ready to start earning money when you are able and willing to get yourself out of your comfort zone to take that next step.
Yeah, for sure.
And for some students it's going to go quickly, and for some students that's going to take them longer, but it really comes back to each individual student. Thanks for watching. Make sure you don't miss any tips, tools, or tactics for copywriters by clicking subscribe right now. And of course, you can always find us over at filthyricwriter.com. We'll see you next time.